we are covering the critical distinction between residual and partial disability benefits for the health insurance licensing exam. The test will absolutely expect you to know the difference, as these concepts determine how a claimant receives money when they can still work in some capacity. The core difference is simple. Residual disability is tied to a loss of income, while partial disability is tied to the inability to perform job duties. Let's start with residual disability. This benefit is triggered when an insured person is working, but due to their injury or sickness, they are earning less money than before their disability began. The benefit they receive is directly proportional to their percentage of income loss. For example, imagine a graphic designer with a total disability benefit of $5,000 per month develops a condition that causes hand tremors. She can no longer do detailed design work, but can take on a project management role, causing her income to drop by 30%. Under a residual disability provision, she would receive 30% of her total benefit, which is $1,500 per month. The exam will signal a residual disability scenario with keywords like loss of earnings or a specific percentage of income reduction. Now, let's look at partial disability. This benefit typically applies after a period of total disability, helping the insured transition back to work. It pays out when the individual can perform some, but not all, of the substantial and material duties of their job. Unlike the proportional calculation of residual benefits, a partial disability benefit is often a flat amount, frequently 50% of the total disability benefit, and is paid for a limited period, such as 6 months. For instance, a roofer is totally disabled for 3 months after a fall. When he returns to work, his doctor restricts him from climbing ladders for the next 6 months. He can do groundwork, but cannot perform all his essential duties. He would receive a partial disability benefit during this time. The biggest exam trap is confusing these two. A question might describe an insured returning to work part-time and ask which benefit applies. You must look for the trigger. Is the benefit based on the money they are no longer making or the job functions they can no longer perform? If the question mentions a 40% loss of income, resulting in a 40% benefit payout, that's a direct signal for residual disability. If it talks about being unable to do one or more key job duties, think partial. To keep this straight for the exam, use this mnemonic. Residual is for reduced revenue. The R connects the concept to the loss of income. For the other, think partial is for performing part of the job. The P connects that concept to the physical duties. Many modern policies favor residual benefits because they more accurately reflect the insured's financial loss. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.